Let's imagine a man, John, who spends his life diligently constructing a wall. He carefully lays one brick after the other, each representing an achievement, an asset, or a relationship. Now, imagine another man, Mark, who also sets out to build a wall but does so with such fluidity that he doesn't care about the structure or sturdiness of each brick he places. Mark is more interested in the process, the very act of laying bricks, than the wall itself. What does this simple dichotomy tell us about the quest for meaning and happiness? It's not about the wall or the bricks. It's about the mortar that holds everything together. If you stroll through a labyrinthine library, thumbing through the ancient scrolls of Eastern wisdom, and then perusing the ink-fresh pages of contemporary Western philosophy, you'll stumble upon a glaring contradiction. The Eastern canons subtly insist that the essence of existence isn't in its tangibles, what you can taste, see, or measure, but in the space between. On the opposite aisle, the Western narrative emphasizes constructing a fortress of rationality and empiricism. The two paradigms seem irreconcilable. But what if the space between the bricks and the bricks themselves are parts of a more intricate tapestry, a complex weave of existence that neither can define alone? Imagine a synergy, a dance between form and emptiness, similar to the tension between the strings and the bow in a virtuoso's violin. This duality may seem paradoxical, but it's the kind of paradox that offers freedom. You see, freedom doesn't come from escaping the known, but rather from diving so deeply into it that it dissolves into the unknown. It's not about avoiding suffering, but acknowledging it as an integral hue in the rich tapestry of existence. Now, take a deep breath. Inhale the aroma of life's ever-uncertain future, and exhale the stale air of yesterday's woes. Insecurity isn't a beast to be slain, but a river to be crossed. Every ripple, every wave is an experience, teaching us how to balance as we wade through the water. Think about an ancient sage, sitting atop a mountain, looking at the bustling village below. He realizes that the wisdom of the heavens is not in their distant shimmer, but in their impact on the earthly realm. You see, wisdom is not a lofty ideal separated from the banality of life. It's deeply entrenched in every moment, every interaction, and every mundane chore. But then you have warriors, modern and ancient, who look at the heavens and find not just wisdom but also rules, a guide to a virtuous life. These codes, though seemingly rigid, offer a sort of freedom too, the freedom that comes from discipline, the liberty procured through constraints. When in battle, be it in an actual field, or in the playground of existential dilemmas, these warriors are guided by principles as consistent as the North Star. So here we are, trying to make sense of the world through a set of values or through fluid intuition. We make heroes out of existential drifters who constantly question the nature of reality, as well as out of those who, with unwavering resolve, follow a stringent moral code. We celebrate both the wanderer who rides into the sunset with no destination in mind, and the knight who slays dragons in the name of justice and love. Does this mean that life's purpose is an ever-shifting mirage, morphing with every phase of our existence? Perhaps, but this fluidity doesn't negate meaning. It enriches it. After all, a river's beauty lies not in its stillness, but in its flow. Like a river, life is not a static entity, but a dynamic interplay of myriad factors, conscious and unconscious, known and unknown. It's fascinating how human beings have been wrestling with these questions for centuries. We've constructed grand narratives, from ancient epics to modern-day self-help books, all in an attempt to grasp the elusive nature of human experience. Yet, each narrative offers not a solution, but a lens, a unique perspective that adds another layer to our collective understanding. The human quest for meaning doesn't culminate in a singular revelation. It's a continuous journey, a perpetual oscillation between states of mind, from the melancholy of existential despair to the euphoria of spiritual awakening. These are not endpoints, but mere signposts, each leading to another corridor in the labyrinth of human experience. However, there's a danger in taking any of these philosophies as definitive. Clinging too tightly to a set of beliefs is like refusing to change the strings on that virtuoso's violin. It may offer temporary comfort, but ultimately stagnates growth. you will forever be bargaining your soul for a finite gain, ignorant of the limitless possibilities that unfold when one embraces the inherent uncertainty of existence. Therefore, the ultimate philosophy of life may be a mosaic, a constellation of insights from various thought paradigms. It is as complex as the DNA that makes us, yet as simple as a smile shared between two souls. It's a philosophy not of dogma, but of dialogue, not a solitary quest, but a collective sojourn. And so, in the interplay between form and emptiness, between discipline and spontaneity, between the wisdom of the ancients and the curiosity of the modern mind, we find not a formula, but a rhythm. A rhythm that's both an echo of the cosmos and the pulse of a single heartbeat.